this box henna dye. I'm going to put this in a bowl. You do not want to use metal. I guess you can use anything else except metal that will interact with, I guess, the henna. It smells very grassy or tea-y. It's tea. It's earthy. So we're on the right track with the natural stuff. Doesn't smell like chemicals. 10 ounces of water. Roughly. Just gonna fill this up. And I'm using my happy water. Water's boiled. Again, you don't want to use a metal mixing utensil, so I don't know, just use something that you don't care if it gets all stained and wrecked. All right, let's pour this in. It says to do some at a time, and you can always add more, but I don't know, is this even gonna be enough? Maybe. All right, let's do a little bit at a time. Mix. You want it to be like, they say like a yogurt consistency, I guess. And yeah, it definitely is. It's kind of thick, but I don't want it really thin. It'd be easy to apply if it's too thin. Maybe a smidge more water. So then you're gonna cover this, and for dark brown, black, first step I think is the red part that covers the grays. All right, you're gonna cover this and leave it for 30 to 45 minutes to cure. Since this needs to be applied to damp hair, towel dried hair, you could time your shower or washing your hair within this 45 minutes so it's not dried out by the time you're ready to go. All right, we've been 45 minutes. Let's see what this looks like. It's pasty. Guess we're good. Okay, it's just kind of like almost like clay. I don't know if this is what it's supposed to be like, but it seems like it would spread. Okay. It's not dried out. If it is dried out at this stage, I don't know, I guess add a little bit more water. Or I think they said you can add yogurt too, like a cup, like a tablespoon or a little bit of yogurt. You can also add essential oils. I'm totally adding essential oils. So here's the ones I'm adding. I'm gonna add 1 drop of each because these are really good to promote hair health, hair growth, hair strength. Cedarwood's thick, doesn't like to come out. 1 drop. 1 drop of lavender. For Young Living oils, it's better not to put them in really hot stuff, so that's why I didn't put it in when this was really hot. Let it cool off a little bit, just to try to preserve the goodness that's in the oils. Okay, got those in. It actually smells really good. Well, it smells better than I put oils in it. It's a little earthy, grassy before the oils. Okay. All right, let's go do this. All right, I'm ready to go. So this stuff is gonna stain. I already got some on my hand. Before I put my gloves on, whatever. So make sure you wear gloves. Also have a squirt bottle on hand because if your hair does start to dry out a little bit, you can just squirt it just so you don't want it to be dry. This is the first time I've done this. I'm just following the directions, or most of it. Kind of didn't do the strand test. Got too impatient. I just wanted to do it. This process does take a lot longer than traditional hair dye. This is kind of like a whole day process. I didn't realize it until I was gonna do it one morning and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of wait time and there's 2 steps when you're covering gray. So anyway, It's worth it though, because this is all natural and this is actually really good for your hair too. Let's see how this works. So you can kind of just do it however. If you've dyed your hair before, you know it's going to be the same process to apply. So however, if you like to section it, if you like to, dude, I don't think I can even use this brush. I'm going to be using a spatula. Just slap it on. I think it's too, is it too thick? Maybe not. Never used a spatula to put hair dye on, but I'm rolling with it. I was gonna use this brush, but it's way too thick for this brush. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that now. And maybe I could have added more water, but whatever. So I'm going to put this first part really just covering the gray, mainly in the root area, and I guess wherever else it ends up. We'll see how this turns out. I have no idea. All right, here's what we're looking like. This is a necessity. It helps get through because you're not supposed to have conditioner when you wash your hair before you do this. They say preferably like a clarifying shampoo. Kind of freaked out that I couldn't put conditioner in my hair because I knew it was going to be a little difficult to get through. But this, so you don't feel rushed, but it does start to dry out. So I even sprayed it like in the bowl as I felt like it just was getting, like I just needed it. And it was just like a mist and a mist. And then I just kept working it through. And now I have to put on this like rig. Now I'm supposed to put this hair bonnet thingy on. Definitely have a couple extra pairs of gloves. Comes with some, like most hair dye stuff, but I used my own to apply, but they were gone. So I took them off to turn my phone on to record. So now I gotta put my hair up into this. Somehow. This first step is really to get a base covering on the gray. So you want to try to, so it doesn't dry out. That's the idea behind this. Also, it's a good idea to have a wet towel or definitely cover stuff. I got towels on my counter where I'm working. I got one on the floor just in case, because this definitely is going to leave a yellow-ish stain. But as you're going, if you get too much on your head, you know, you can just use some water and an old cloth and wipe it off. So I'm gonna actually go around and do that again. Ooh, actually forgot. They said you're supposed to take out your earrings and your jewelry. So I guess henna and metal just do not like each other. All that, whatever. It'll come off eventually. It says rinse gloves. I'm just gonna use different gloves to start again. Probably the 25. Ooh, wait, no, that's step 2. Ooh, no. Check hair after 30 minutes. Gray hair should show a red or orange tint. If it doesn't, it says apply intermittent heat with hair dryer or warmed towel until it does. This can take 15 to 30 additional minutes. So technically you could have this on for an hour. They want you to check after 30 minutes. This process compared to the regular hair dye process was actually enjoyable. I mean, I put lavender in here, so I feel very just, I'm sure that has something to do with it. But just this natural product versus, I know when I do regular hair dye, even the natural hair dyes, I don't know, I just want to get it over with and done. This process actually was kind of enjoyable, if I'm being honest. Like, this is just kind of me time that I enjoyed, and it just feels really, I know that has something to do with the oils. That's why I was like, ooh, I can add oils to it. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna wait 30 minutes, check, and then we'll go from there. All right, I'm checking. Kind of see a couple gray hairs right there without even taking this all the way off that don't look like I don't know, it's so hard to tell because I have the overall orangey thing going on. But it looks like they're still gray. I don't know, what do you think? What do you think? Like, by the time I post this, I'm not gonna have rinsed it off. I'm gonna leave it on probably the full time, another 30 minutes. Time to rinse. So here's where we're at after rinsing. Looks orangey. All right, I put my oils in.
I know.
And it's really dark.
Guess who?
Awesome. My clip, obviously don't use a clip that you love. And don't use metal. Yeah, so I decided, started in the back and I was like, what if I don't have enough? If I start covering my whole hair? So I decided to go back to the top and just section off a top and start there, and then I'm gonna end up in the back. I think there's gonna be enough because I had a decent amount left after the first round, but I just wanna be sure because the top and the front are what I wanna cover for sure. The rest is like bonus. It's so dark.
No, you didn't, baby. Baby, what I hear?
Are you done? However much I have, that's it. Whenever it turns out, like, you just literally have to schedule a whole day to do this, though. I'm willing to invest a little bit more time in myself, self-care, if it's gonna be better for my hair and for myself. I'm willing to do it. This spatula thing, silicone, whatever it is thing, works pretty good. I think I would do the same thing next time if this turns out. I think I would use this again. I mean, it works just like the brush. It actually works better than the brush. But this stuff is too thick. At least mine is. Guess I could add more water, but it's too thick for a regular hair painting brush thingy. Really? You want me to put shoes on you right now? Yeah, I can't unplug a toilet right at this moment. Oh my gosh, was that a chunk? Ah! Getting a little globby, I guess. Whatever. Just get it on somehow. Ow. Time to put the bag on. I don't remember how long I'm supposed to wait. So far it comes off of everything if you wipe it fast enough. You may or may not have just globbed it there on my white cabinet. It says apply intermittent heat for 5 to 10 minutes per hour. Be careful not to melt plastic. That would be bad. Oh, that's when you're doing a sample that I didn't do. So I'm pretty much gonna leave this on for 3 hours. It looks black. Holy cow, I don't know what the black would look like, but this is dark brown. And then I'll be back. Time to rinse. All right, here's the end result. When I'm stooping down, I could just back up. I will put a link down below with the exact one that I used. I'm sure there's other ones, but I will definitely be doing this again. Just make sure you have all day to do it. I ended up only leaving the dark on for 2 hours instead of 3. It just felt like I was ready to rinse it out. It feels absolutely amazing. I am super happy with it. I will put the link down below if you want to try it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Oh no, it's not gonna feel wrong. I can't do this.
It's not gonna be me. Ah.
Why are you doing your whole hair? I like the way you used to have it. Why does it look like you have poop on your eye?